I've got Merlin's company today. Gonna join us today, Merlin. Swish your tail. No, we've just had a walk. I'm not playing with you now. Don't be cute at me. I'm busy. And don't swish your tail on my painting. I don't need Merlin hairs on my painting. Luckily it's dry. Hello, welcome to a new video. If I'm wobbling around, it's because it's really knocking into me. Anyway, so I thought I'd bring you along because today, I've just curled my hair for this, but it's gone a bit mad. I might have to dampen it, let boing boing boing. Getting so distracted, I'm sorry. I thought I'd bring you along today because I am about to do some photographs. They are so out of date, the ones on my website, and also I am taking part in the Southeast Open Studios, which I'm really excited about, and they've asked for a photo of us in our studios. Lately I haven't been able to get him in here to keep me company, and now he chooses to come in. Now I've got all my paintings out and he can knock them all over. So yeah, I've had a bit of a clear up behind me on my desk. I cleared away everything and have got out a whole bunch of my paintings to go behind me. I've still got a little bit to do. I want to move my easel, which is just here. I want to move that into shot, and I can use that to display 3 paintings. So I'll take off this. Oh, I'm wobbling all over the place, I'm sorry. Oh no, I've got dog snot on my sleeve. Let me just sort that out before it dries and goes crusty. Having pets is an absolute nightmare when you're trying to film and when you're trying to do photos. Okay, I think that's acceptable. Don't think I'm doing close-ups of my sleeves. Right, so I'm going to get those pictures ready, and then I've got to do the pictures. I'm so worried that the weather is going to change. It's quite nice and bright and diffused at the moment, so hopefully it's going to stay like that. I'm sorry you're wobbling around. You're on my mini tripod, which means I can pop you here. There we go, while I carry on preparing the room. And I will have to move at least the cat that's on my chair. I think the one on the windowsill I think we can get away with. That's contextual, isn't it? Right, let's get on with this. None of this corner will be in shot. It will mainly be, whoops, it will mainly be that way. So, and I'll sort of stand there and then we'll just do that shot. And then while I'm at it and it's all looking nice, I'm going to do some little bits to camera for YouTube shorts. So hopefully by the time you've seen this, I will have done a few. I'm going to do the folktale content in shorts. It wasn't doing very well with my main videos, and actually the views on my channel took a bit of a dive after the last one about the hawthorn in winter. And so I think the algorithm spotted people weren't interested in the folktales so much, and then decided, okay, that means they're not interested in any content on Helen Hobden's channel. Yeah, so I'm trying to sort of pick up my channel views again. So thank you if you are liking and commenting and sharing the link with your friends. I do really appreciate it. As always, I'm questioning whether all the time and effort on YouTube is worth it. So if you're here and watching, then thank you very much for your company. I do appreciate it. And yeah, I will move. I know that some people did like that content, and I guess it's going to take a little bit of time for, what am I trying to say? It's going to take a little bit of time for the right people to spot that I'm doing that kind of content. So anyway, in the meantime, I'm saying in a really roundabout way, it's because my brain is slightly on this, is that I think on shorts it might help to reach the people that are interested in the folktale content, and that way hopefully it won't affect the people that are here for my usual content. Does that make any sense whatsoever? I'm going to stop talking. Let's focus on getting this done, because like I said, I'm terrified it's just going to cloud over and I'll lose the light. So yeah, must focus, Helen. I just added that one there. I realised there was a good space in front of those drawers, so yeah, Nice collection, I think. I'm worried about the top one not going. I'm going to change out the floral because it's just the wrong colour, isn't it? Doesn't quite go. That's the one I want. Oh my gosh. I think it's about 4 hours later than when I last spoke to you. I have changed outfits. This is not really a secret. It's probably blatantly obvious whenever you look at YouTube videos that have been batch prepared and photos that have been batch done and everything else like that. But yeah, I've changed my clothes, added cardigans, swapped things about so many times. I'm exhausted, and I have now read all but 2. Because they are somewhere in a portfolio and I don't know where, but all but 2, and my voice is going, of all the stories and poems in my book Echoes of Spring, so that now I have all the content, not all the content, just a small portion of content, but at least I have all the stories and poems ready for making YouTube shorts and potentially reels if I ever get my Instagram account back. As I'm filming this, it's still been suspended, but hopefully by the time this is going out on YouTube, I'll have had it back by then, but I'm starting to lose hope, I'll be honest. It feels really good to have so many done and ready. Well, not ready, I've still got to edit them. So I'm going to stop here because I've still got tons of other work to do today, but I'm glad to have had that job done. I really wanted, there's one I want about Easter, which is literally in 3 days time. So I'm going to have to get my skates on if I want that out in time. And there's others about April and Blossom and all sorts of like that. So last week, Chris bought me these lilies, and it occurred to me today, just as they're sort of starting to go over, that I should take a photo with this painting. Let me get it. This one with the proposal with a bunch of lilies. So I actually bought some new frames today, so I'm going to frame it on one of those, I think, and move the mirror here, clear the cards and hang it there. The lighting is a bit hit and miss today. 1 minute, like not long ago, it was thundering. Now the sun has come out and there's just about enough light in here, but I would like to style up this shelf. But I was thinking that it would be a good idea to have a photo on my website of each painting on a pale wall and on a dark wall. I think this stone wall counts as pale, but I suppose I could perhaps do the kitchen as well. Yeah, that'd be quite a fun project actually, and worthwhile, because I think people want to be able to see it, what it might look like on their walls. Unfortunately, I don't really have any neutral off-white walls. The only ones we have are still left over from when we moved here and a wood chip, so that's probably not a good look. I can't believe how different this wall looks. It just proves that mirror was doing its job at reflecting light around the room, because it's not like that's a dark wall, but it really does look dark now when you walk into the room. I mean, the mirror itself, that came from Wells. A lot of stuff came from Wells Reclamation Yard. It's an awful mirror. It doesn't work at actually reflecting a likeness. It's all wobbling all over the place, but just to reflect the light around the room, it's perfect. So I am so pleased with how the painting looks in the frame. I think the colour is just perfect for it. What do you think? Yeah, I thought it was a neutral grey, but there is a slight greenish tint to it, which is just going to be perfect for my spring collection. So I'm glad I got a few. I might go back and get some more. Oh, I stand on this wobbly stool. Oh, there goes that candle again. Okay, that's higher than I was expecting. There's one more thing I might try and do. I'm not sure how successful I'm going to be because, well, I'll show you. But I've got this painting out, this one. So I'm going to try and take this up the end of the garden where we've got plum trees growing and apple trees. Annoyingly, I've got this out at the wrong time. The plum blossom is just going over and the apple blossom is not quite out yet. and the apple blossom doesn't have quite the same impact in our garden as the plum does. But I'm going to take this out and see if I can get any like photos of it amongst the blossom trees, because I just think that would look really cool together for a photo. At the moment, the end of the garden has got just piles of slate that we've moved from out the front of the house that was on the roof and just lots of lots of plum trees have grown up everywhere just from plums naturally seeding themselves. It's actually quite difficult to get around, so we'll see. I don't know if this is going to be successful or not. See what I mean? It's windy. Very red nose. Very red nose. Oh, right, well Merlin's asking for his walk, so I'm going to call it a day. I don't think those will be good enough for the website, we'll see, but I think they'll make a nice Instagram. Yeah, I might try again when the apple blossom is properly out, and maybe by then, no, who am I kidding, there's no way I'm going to have all that slate sorted by then. Be nice to think so, but probably not. But I'm sure I can find some nice angles that will work. Yes, I'm coming, Merlin. Yeah, I'm coming. And today is my birthday, so I thought you might like to see the arty crafty gifts I was kindly given. Starting with, I'm excited about this. Chris said it's not that exciting. I thought I'm excited about it. I'm nearly out of my Prussian blue. I think it's Prussian blue. Look, I've only got that much left of my sort of mid blue ink for my fountain pen. That's the one I use the most, and it is my first fountain pen that Chris bought me, and it's a Sailor from, hang on, I'm gonna have to lift my glasses because I'm getting old. Sailor, Japan, there, that's all it's got from there, on there. Anyway, the type of pen is Sailor. It is my fail-safe pen. It works on every kind of paper. I love it so much. So I couldn't find this colour again in a good price. But I did find this colour. That is the name. I haven't looked up the translation, I'm afraid. So, but anyway, if I hold it up, I don't know if it's going to really show, but it's this lovely, it said purplish blue. And I'll be honest with you, blue I think is my favourite colour. It used to be red. So ultramarine blue, which is my least favourite blue, is a little bit purplish. So I was worried it was going to be that sort of colour, but honestly, this looks delicious. I cannot wait to use it. So I'm writing frantically with my pen so I can sneakily have a little fill of this colour, and then I'll have to go back and finish this one. So yeah, that's my first exciting. If you're a fountain pen and a notebook user, you'll understand. Jude bought me, you might have seen these. There's a lady I follow, used to follow, unless I get my Instagram back, on Instagram, who is constantly using one of these. It's like this little sort of mini handheld sewing. It's not a sewing machine, but it just puts in a couple of stitches for you. And she uses it all the time to like hitch up her skirts, or if there's a button, like if you're wearing a blouse with the button gaping, you can just quickly put in a little stitch. And it looks so good, and I can't believe I didn't have one already, actually. So that was a really good present, and I'm looking forward to experimenting with that. And then Rain bought me this set of Fumui Professional Series Premium Art brushes. And they're watercolour brushes, but I think I'm going to use them with oil. I'm going to have a look through my brushes, but I am finding I'm lacking in oil brushes, I'll be honest with you. These are faux squirrel brushes, and so pointy. This is why I love this brand. You can really get those beautiful shapes where you just like pick up the brush and it just leaves this lovely point if you're doing a leaf or a petal or something like that. This looks like a really good set. I'm really excited about these. And then lastly, Chris bought me Kurt Jackson's sketchbooks. I think he's got a few books out, but I think I just came across this when I was searching Amazon for abstract landscape books, so I could get some more sort of inspiration. And I think that's why this came up, but I think I've also spotted it in that lovely End of the World bookshop in Penzance, and I had a flip through there. Like I said, mainly I'm looking for abstract landscape inspiration, but actually his aren't very abstract, it's expressive. But also, and this might have been what I was thinking of actually, because it's of his sketchbooks, I want to improve the quality of my sketchbooks when I go out to Cornwall, and I have fun, I enjoy myself. It's just the flow of the paint, the process, it's just such a nice feeling. But I'm often disappointed with my landscapes. So as a lot of these are on the Cornish coast, I thought it would be, you know, just like, it looks cool, it's good. So I might just follow some ideas from this. And then also, which I didn't remember seeing before, there's a whole section at Glastonbury Festival. Now I do quite like my little, because I've got my tiny little sketchbook that I take to Glastonbury. I'm probably not going to have the patience to sit and paint for a long amount of time. I'd love to know how long these sort of take him. I wonder if he says in here. I mean, that's an amazing picture of Glastonbury. He really like picks up the atmosphere and the colours. And I love that one, West Holt Stage. Yeah, I wonder how long that sort of takes him, because I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't want to use my time at Glastonbury. You only get 5 days. And it's not even on this year, I'm gutted. So I wouldn't want to use all that time sketching or painting. I mean, that's a full-on painting. I wouldn't call that a sketchbook page, but he must have done. So good. So yeah, I only just unwrapped it this morning, so forward to having a good read of that. And that's everything. Today has been not my best birthday. It's miserable weather. You know, if you've been here a while, you'll know I usually go to a garden centre and buy myself some pretty flowers on my birthday. Well, that's not happening today. It's just so windy and dreary today, and my mind was whirring last night thinking about YouTube, so I was late getting to sleep, so I'm a bit tired. So I haven't really done anything apart from put my video up like I do usually on a Tuesday. I want to finish my painting, my owl painting. That will be in a different video, but I think I need like about 20 minutes on that painting and then that's done. But I'm in this weird position where my spring painting collection is now all finished. The next challenge I wanted to do was following the outstanding artist. I've done 3. I was going to do more. I was thinking about following along all of the challenges, but I am quite excited to get on with my next thing. Now obviously I will be doing some, not obviously, but here you go, I'm telling you. I am going to be doing a spring book, an autumn book and a winter book. There, I've said it, now I've got to do it. Yeah, the book is all ready. I still haven't made a web, by the time you see this it will have been done, but I still haven't made a new web page on my website to sell the book yet. And I also still haven't found a not necessarily local, but I want a different printer for the book as well as having them on Amazon. So still got I can't tick that whole project off the list completely yet, just those couple of things to do. But I'm starting like a new body of work now, and I'm thinking of doing some experiments before I get started on the summer project. It's having a bit of fun again with my art and spending also a little bit more time trying some new things. I want to do a bit more with mark making, and I'm keen to have another go at landscapes. So when I made my first portfolio, the thing I had to create in order to graduate from the mastery programme, I did more or less half landscapes and half figurative narratives, and now I'm coming up towards doing the Southeast Open Studios event, and then hopefully the Somerset Art Week's Open Studios. Actually, it's not an Open Studios year, they do make it confusing. It's meant to be more about exhibitions this year. Anyway, it's the Somerset Art Weeks. That's not till September, but I am thinking that landscapes might be more popular at these events than perhaps the narratives. It will be an interesting experiment to find out what people like to stand in front of and look at the most. That's what I'm keen to see. I'm excited to go back to a few landscapes again and with it be much more expressive. I was just getting there. I have included one from my portfolio, one painting of the gardener's cottage at Lanhydrock. I was sort of getting there with what I wanted to achieve with that one. I had a bit more sort of coming and going of abstract and representational, and it reminded me that I would like to get out an old painting I did even before I started the mastery program. There was an online contest and the theme was narratives, and I'm gonna see if I can find that now. I'm gonna get out my portfolio because there was something about that that I want to kind of recreate, and it is this sort of coming and going of your I'll find the picture and I'll show you what I mean. Is this it? This is it! I found it straight away. I was looking for another painting the other day and it took me ages. Do you like my outfit? I'm a little unsure of it. It's a bit different for me. This sort of satiny velvet, it's the shiny velvet top, was from Topshop years ago. I don't think I've ever actually worn it. And the skirt is an Iwa Iwala bargain I found on eBay. But it's an outfit I haven't worn before, so I'm a little unsure of it. Anyway, here is the painting I'm talking about. So with this one, the background sort of comes, how would you describe it? It's sort of, you can see it here, you can see it in the wall, you can see it behind her wings. So the background sort of comes through and the figure is almost all covering the background apart from the fairy wings, which are partly see-through. I wanted to get this out to inspire me. There's a couple of others in the new series that I also wanted to have out to look at. I just like the way that I've blended that abstract with the representational. Yeah, it's interesting seeing this again. Okay, it's another day, but I meant to do this yesterday, but I just ran out of time. Actually, no, it wasn't that I ran out of time. It was that the light was so terrible. I thought there's actually no point in me taking this into the living room to take photos of. And it's been the same today. It's been miserable all day long and the sun has just come out, but it's too late in the day now to do this. So probably tomorrow. But while I thought of it, I'll talk to camera about it now. Whilst I've still got all the paintings out, I got them all out and up and behind me and around me for a new photo shoot for pictures for my website, helenhobden.com, if you want to go and have a look. I thought I would actually style some up, put them in the living room to make them look like they're, well, they will be in a room, but to add another picture for the website listing. I was going to do the dark blue wall and also a pink wall in the kitchen, but I was looking around and I just couldn't see a way to make it look nice. But yeah, I am looking forward to getting all these out actually. It will be nice to see them. I want to start figuring out what frames I need to get for open studios. But also today I'm going to be getting out all of my art. This is going to take some time and it's a job I've sort of been putting off, but I really need to put together an inventory. And also I will take the opportunity to announce I am taking part, and I kind of mentioned this before, but anyway, I haven't given you the proper details. I am taking part in the Southeast Open Studios. I'm really nervous about it, but I'm also really excited. So it's in June. I'm going to be taking part at my sister's house, which is near Sevenoaks. So really quite easy to access if you're in the London area or if you're further south than that. It would be so lovely if you could come and see me, come and say hello if you're in the area, or if you're thinking about visiting the beautiful county of Kent, then this might give you another reason to go and visit. So yeah, it's in June. I will put the link on the first line of the description to our listing. My sister is Jane Mucklow. She'll be there with her photography. So there'll be lots to have a look at. No obligation to buy anything. Just come and have a chat, have a look around. Yeah, it'd be lovely to see you. It would be really nice. Come and say hello. I'm so nervous that no one's going to come. So yeah, I need to get my art all out to make a list of everything I have and decide what needs framing. I can't frame everything, I've got too much, but I will frame, I think, my recent spring collection. Yes, so I need to work out prices, work out what little cello bags I need to buy for protection as people are looking through the paintings and things like that. So yeah, it's all quite exciting. I'll find out the exact dates that I'm going to be there and I'll come back to you soon, but I do want to get on with the photos because it's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but the sun goes round past the window and already I've lost the best light in here, but I still think it's okay. Yeah, these tulips have definitely had it. I don't need the Happy Easter sign up anymore. Luckily my flowers that Rain bought me for Mother's Day are still going, which is amazing. And also, so are the flowers that Jude got me for my birthday. So I can bring those along and style up a nice little scene there. I've also got some fake wisteria I can bring over for a bit of variety. Let's crack on with it. Let's stop chatting. I've still got the paintings here from recently when I was taking photos. I can't go over how different it looks in this room without that mirror. It really was doing the job to bounce the light around this room. In fact, I wonder if I could prop the mirror up to try and reflect some light back on the wall. Maybe I could do a bit of clever. Ooh, look at that. Prop it up. That actually really does help. Look at that angle. That really works. Leave that door open, then we've got a white reflector working there. It's maximising the light as best as we can, I think. Right, I'm going to get my podcast on now. Cue time lapse if I haven't started one already. Do you know what? I think I'll save the fairy lights for autumn, for when I've done my autumn collection and winter collection maybe. They kind of draw too much attention. I'm saying this now and I'm going to post it on the video to try and help me remember. When it comes to doing my autumn collection next year, I'll drape some over the top of the picture frame as well as having some underneath, so it's sort of like framed in fairy lights, and I think that'll look really pretty. Or maybe that's overdoing it. I don't know, can you overdo fairy lights? I've got a dog sitting here looking at me very seriously. Yes, I have. So, I've just realised the painting behind me is bluebells. I mean, it's a bit abstract, but it is bluebells in a woodland. I've got 1,000 bluebells outside growing at the moment. It would be a bit remiss of me not to swap that vase of flowers for a vase of bluebells. So I am now gonna pause proceedings and go and pick some bluebells. It would be daft not to, wouldn't it? I think that's enough. Gosh, I can't believe they're going past their best already. Hopefully that won't show on camera. Oh, look at the matching colours. Beautiful. What do you think of my little setup? Yeah, I like that a lot. I think that's pretty. So I've realised that actually my two really big paintings that are on canvas board, I've just seen a canvas over there that's on that wall that we've just had up in the room. I haven't done that one yet, so I've got one more to do. I'll do that one. But then I'm going to go and order 2 frames for the big canvas boards, because they are the ones that have bluebells. I'm like looking around and I'm sure I had more paintings with bluebells in. It's the 2 big ones, and they do need a frame because they just don't look right without one, basically. So I'm going to do that one. The painting is of Rain. She was modelling an outfit, a silk top and skirt, very fairy-like, for Threads of a Fairy Tale. So that's the photo I used for that painting, and she is actually holding this branch of blossom in it. So I might rejig some things to make that blossom a little more prominent. Yeah, that would probably be a good idea. I'm not sure if that one's going to fit. Well, I'm exhausted. I actually went to Bristol this morning to have a little look around the shops. I only had a couple of hours while Chris was doing something at work. Yeah, I can't believe I've actually managed to get this far in the day without a nap. But I definitely lost the best of the light. This camera is so good at low light, it doesn't really show, but it is really quite dim in here now, so the photos aren't going to be as good. And I think that was my last one. I don't think my huge canvas will work. It might not even fit. Yeah, I was trying to set up a space against the dark blue wall and also against the pale pink in the kitchen, but I just couldn't make it work and look good. But yes, that's me done for the day. So I didn't get all my artwork out to do an inventory. That might have to wait till tomorrow. But at least I got the photos done. I nearly forgot to come back and tell you the dates. So it's the 5th, 6th and 7th of June, the 12th, the 13th and the 18th, 19th and 20th. Those are the dates we're going to be open. I'm not going to be there for the middle weekend, the 12th and the 13th of June. I'm only going to be there the first 3 days and the last 3 days. Anyway, all the details are below. Yeah, if you're in Kent, if you're in the area, do come and find us. It would be lovely to see you and say hello. And also have a look at the other people around. There's going to be some brilliant art on display in people's homes and in their studios. I am hoping I get a chance to have a look around as well. Yes, go and, if you are doing a little tour, then also have a look at fellow YouTuber Gaynor Patel. I do enjoy watching her channel. She's in Tunbridge Wells. I'm really hoping I'm going to be able to get over there to go and see her. I'd love to see her art in person, as I enjoy watching her create her wonderful acrylic paintings. So yeah, there's a little shout out for you if you're planning a visit to Kent to go and look around the open studios. Yeah. So luckily these turned up 2 days early. The bluebells are looking a little sad, but I think I can get away with it. There's just something so nice about seeing your work in a frame. It really is. It just makes it, just pulls it all together, and it's quite impressive. A couple of days later, I've got some jobs to do today, starting with clearing up some of the stuff that I got out to order frames. So as well as getting frames for the art that I'm taking to Southeast Open Studios, I thought while I'm at it, let's sort out all the frames that I want around the house, for things around the house. I've got loads of prints that I want to put up in here on that wall opposite me. I've got some original art and some prints that I want to put up in the living room, create a gallery wall in there too. So I've got, that's what I was sort of doing, I've got all this art out here. I bought these flower fairy prints, Cicely Mary Barker ones, a while ago at a craft fair, and I'm going to put those, I don't think there's going to be room in here, so I think these are going to go upstairs, maybe in the corridor outside the bedroom. I've got the prints that I bought at Glastonbury. I think those are going to go up in here. Well, actually I'll do a proper, when the frames come, I'll do a proper like little tour of all the art I've got. Today's task, even though I hadn't finished my old task of sorting out all the art and frames and everything I needed, I need to pause that and have a little tidy up because I have to film an announcement. Hopefully you've already seen that announcement in a previous video, but if you're new, first of all, hello, welcome. But if you're new or you happen to have missed the one where I told you that my Instagram account of 10 years I've been regularly updating my Instagram account, it's been suspended. So I want to film an announcement that hopefully, like I said, you've seen already, announcing my new Instagram account. I decided, as hopefully you've seen already, that I'm not going to wait any longer. It's now been 2 months and I'm missing Instagram, and I feel like I've got a lot I want to talk to you about, not just on YouTube. So yeah, quite often Instagram and YouTube have different audiences, and I would like to reach people, particularly to tell people about my open studios. So yeah, I need to film that. I will take out the plaits for that, so I've got nice wiggly hair. But I also need to tidy up this area because this will be in shot. I'll probably move that right out. But this is not a bad situation because it shows that I'm an artist. You've got some arty things going on in the background. So anyway, it is by Helen Hobden. So if you haven't done so already, I would really appreciate you jumping over to Instagram if you have an account and giving me a follow, because I'm desperate to now sort of get going again on Instagram and hopefully make new connections and rekindle old connections. I'm trying to see this as a new opportunity maybe to give the algorithm a bit of a kick up the bum, because I don't think a lot of people saw my content anyway. Hopefully it will be a blessing in disguise, and this new account will see me finding connections with a lot of new people. Well, thank you for watching and keeping me company. Please don't forget, if you are on Instagram, please go and give me a follow at @byhelenhobden. I would appreciate it so much. I really would. And I will see you again very soon. Do take care. Bye.